When imagining someone playing the bagpipes, most of us will picture a kilt-clad Scotsman playing Flower of Scotland or something similar. And yet, the instrument now commonly known as bagpipes dates back to prehistoric times. It originated a long way from the Scottish Isles. Keep watching as we recount the surprisingly long and fascinating history of bagpipes. While no one is entirely sure when and where bagpipes were invented, many believe they originated in ancient Mesopotamia. It is likely that herders first made these instruments, since they had access to all the necessary materials. However, who first thought of turning a sheep or goat inside out, sewing hollow reeds where the limbs and neck once were, and then using this to make music, is perhaps thankfully lost to history. Rather than declaring the maker a psychopath, which would probably have happened if bagpipes were invented today, this macabre instrument became increasingly popular. Its popularity was likely due to its ability to produce continuous sound. By squeezing the bag in between breaths, a constant flow of air allows the piper to keep playing without pauses for breath. The first depiction of a bagpipe-like instrument comes from a Hittite carving dating back to around 1000 BCE, which depicts a musician blowing on what appears to be a pipe with a bag attached. Some historians dispute that the carving shows a bagpipe, but there can be little doubt that a bagpipe-like instrument was played in ancient Egypt. The pipers of Thebes are referenced in writings as early as 400 BCE, although rather than sheepskins and hollow reeds, they used dogskin for the bag and bones to make the pipes, which somehow seems even worse. But how and when did this unusual instrument make it to Scotland? Well, there is some debate about this too. Some historians postulate that the Celtic culture spread the use of bagpipes when the Celts migrated from Asia to the Balkans and Europe. Others credit Emperor Nero for indirectly introducing the bagpipes to Europe, as he was, by all accounts, an avid piper. Supposedly, a historian in the 1st century wrote that Nero knew how to play the pipe with his mouth and the bag thrust under his arm. Because of this, many historians believe that it was the Romans who first brought the bagpipes to Britain. How bagpipes arrived in Europe is still pure speculation, but we know for sure that by the medieval period, bagpipes were all the rage in Europe, as evidenced by numerous illustrations and manuscripts from the 13th century, including a book of poems called Cantigas de Santa Maria. By this time, the bagpipes had become more or less the instrument we know today, with a bag, pipe, a drone, which plays one note, and chanters, the finger holes resembling those on a recorder, and are the part of the instrument that plays the melody. Further evidence of the instrument's popularity can be found in Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. One passage in Chaucer's book discusses Robin the Miller, who, "a bagpipe well could he blow." While we know bagpipes were common throughout Europe through literature and art, the earliest bagpipe artifact ever found was a chanter that dated from the late 14th century and was located in Rostock, Germany. Until the 15th century, bagpipes were strictly a folk instrument. From the 15th century onward, they were also popular in courts and churches, as evidenced by the miniature sculptures of animals playing bagpipes found in European churches of this period. By the 16th century, bagpipes had replaced the trumpet as the royal court's instrument of choice for most of Britain. Many cultures adapted the instrument, so today we have numerous types of bagpipes. Possibly the most famous kind is the Great Highland bagpipe. No one knows for certain how long bagpipes were part of Scottish culture, but they were considered an instrument of war and have been used in battle since at least the 1400s. One set is said to have been played at the famous Battle of Bannockburn in 1314 and has a unique legend attached. The so-called fairy bagpipes of Kinloch Moidart are thought to be the oldest set of pipes in existence, although this fact is disputed. According to myth, a McIntyre piper dreamt that a fairy advised him to heat his poker to be white hot, then pierce the bottom of his chanter from side to side. The fairy promised the pipes would make the sweetest sound in all of Scotland. The piper did as the fairy advised, and the pipes became enchanted so that they were never played by the losing side of a battle. The pipes still exist today, but only the chanter is original, with the blowpipe, bag, and drone being from a later date. If the legend is true, these pipes would predate the chanter found in Rostock. Unfortunately, unlike the Rostock chanter, which was found in a layer of artifacts distinctly from the late 14th century, there is no way to officially date the fairy pipes. Scottish legends claim that the sound of the bagpipes gave strength and courage to the Scottish warriors, inspiring them before a battle. Due to the Scottish clan's fierce and enduring love for the bagpipes, the instrument is now generally regarded as intrinsically Scottish, which led to the myth that England tried to ban them to subdue the Scottish clans. But, despite the popular belief, bagpipes were never actually banned in Scotland. After the Jacobite Rising of 1745, the Act of Proscription was passed in 1746 that attempted to disarm the Highlands and included restrictions on who could wear Highland garb, including the kilt. But the English authorities never outlawed bagpipes. In fact, the English kings had a love for bagpipes. Edward II and Edward III had pipers in their court, and Henry VIII is said to have had pipers of ivory and bag covered with purple veloute as part of his extensive collection of musical instruments. Bagpipes were popular throughout England, and the style differed depending on the region. The most regional bagpipes are now only evidenced in the literature and art of the time and are now unfortunately extinct. These include the Lancashire Great Pipe, which was thought to be able to ward off witchcraft, the Yorkshire bagpipes, and the Worcestershire bagpipes. Lancashire bagpipes, mentioned by Falstaff in William Shakespeare's Henry VI, and Northumbrian and Leicestershire small pipes, which are blown by bellows rather than by the mouth, have all been reproduced in the modern age based on descriptions and artistic depictions. The bellows-blown pipe was also favored in Northumberland, as evidenced by the earliest surviving manuscript of bagpipe music. Written by one William Dixon in 1733, it contains 40 tunes that were probably meant to be danced to, many of which are still played in North England today. Like in Scotland, Irish culture is also entwined with bagpipes, leading credence to the idea that the Celts spread this folk instrument across Europe. Eland bagpipes differ from their Scottish counterparts, as, like the English small pipes, they are played using a set of bellows that are held under the player's arm rather than by the piper's breath. The earliest record of this type of pipe in Ireland comes from the 5th century, when they were still largely popular among the peasant community. By the 18th century, Eland pipes had replaced the harp as the lead instrument in traditional Irish music. Wales also had their own version of bagpipes, which were documented in the 12th century but are likely to have been a common folk instrument before that. Unfortunately, no surviving examples of Welsh bagpipes exist due to the decline in Welsh traditional music. However, drawings and carvings suggest they were similar to those used in Brittany and Galicia. The Welsh were also known to use a hornpipe called a pibgorn, which many believe to be a forerunner to the bagpipe, and is essentially a bagless bagpipe with the reeds connected to a cow horn to amplify the sound. In Cornwall, bagpipes were known as pibosag Cernwick. They are mentioned in Cornish writing from the 12th century and appeared in Cornish iconography throughout the 15th and 16th centuries. Cornish bagpipes have also been reproduced in the modern age, based on descriptions and carvings, such as the one in St. Nona's Church in Cornwall. Bagpipes were popular throughout medieval Europe, evolving from a peasant instrument and becoming common amongst the nobility. In Germany, they were called Dudelsack, Sackpfeifen, or Schäferpfeife, meaning shepherd's pipe. They were also known as Bach across Central Europe, including in Austria, Poland, the Czech Republic, and Germany. The name Bach means male goat, which gives some clue as to the material of the original pipes. In Italy, they had the Zamponia, which had 2 chanters and is still commonly played at Christmas. In Brittany, they had 2 types of bagpipes: the binocots, meaning old bagpipe, and the binobahan, or small bagpipe. Across France, types of bagpipes vary and include mouth-blown and bellows-blown pipes. Many of these pipes were known as chevrette, meaning little goat, again giving a hint as to the preferred material. In the Netherlands, bagpipes go by pipezak, doedelzak, and mozelzak, and a piper is clearly shown in the 1568 painting by Peter Bruegel the Elder entitled The Peasant Wedding, which further demonstrates their links to the peasantry and pastoral communities. Spain and Portugal also have a wide variety of bagpipes, with the gaita de foal, or gaita with a bag, being comparable with the Highland bagpipe in terms of popularity. But bagpipes are not just popular in Central Europe. In Montenegro, southern Serbia, Albania, Macedonia, northern Greece, Bulgaria, and Turkish Thrace, their traditional bagpipe instrument is known as the gaita. Gaita usually has a bag made from a whole sheep or goat and a cylindrical chanter. As with bagpipes the world over, they were linked with shepherds. But today, it is the main instrument for traditional dances in Macedonia, Bulgaria, and northern Greece, where the gaita is often played at weddings. Bagpipes are also found in parts of India and Nepal, where they were also known as mashak, which is also a common term for a skin bag used to carry water. There is some debate about whether these instruments are traditional to the region or if they were introduced to India by Scottish regiments during the British Raj. Some historians believe that Indian musicians may have added an extra pipe or two to their folk instruments to imitate the Highland bagpipes. Still, given the bagpipes originated in Mesopotamia, they likely spread to India before the 19th century. Today, bagpipes are played on special occasions in multiple countries. They can be heard at weddings, funerals, and Christmas. They are one of the oldest instruments known to man, and their sound has echoed over pastures for centuries. So next time you hear bagpipes, don't just blame the Scots. Do you know anything about bagpipes that we missed? Let us know in the comments below. How would you like to get a deeper understanding of history, impress your friends, and predict the future more accurately based on past events? If this sounds like something you might be into, then check out the brand new Captivating History Book Club by clicking the first link in the description. To learn more about the history of Scotland, check out our book, History of Scotland, a captivating guide to Scottish history, the wars of Scottish independence, and William Wallace. It's available as an ebook, paperback, and audiobook. If you found the video captivating, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.